Ciao Juventini of the world. Sorry, I was dancing. I like that soundtrack before we start the live. You know, the 30 seconds countdown. I really love it because it's quite nice. It's quite nice. Let me put the camera on the right way like that. Look at that. Ciao Dominic. Ciao fino alla fine. Jackson Darsan. We have Jason Matthew. We have Jackson, Mr. Balosh, Anchuman, Wasi, Suman, Gokul. Jason, we already said. Lord Bernardeschi is there. He's saying the king has arrived. I'm not the king, guys. WP Gaming, Kara35, Aryan Gokul again, Aryan again, Juve FC 8097. That's the guy that's doing all this that timestamp in the morning in the video. Thank you for that, UFC 8097. Mark Morgan, who's asking, do you have already news about Awar? We will speak about it. Colin Power just joined. Giancarlo Nanetti. Ciao, Giancarlo. Oh, okay, is there Stefan, Michael, Datoni, SK, Alaman, Steph 98. We have so many people. Thank you for that. That's crazy. I'm on the Sunday. It's a bit confusing, guys, for me. Why? Because we are dealing with so many time zones. We have USA, we have India, we have Asia, we have Africa, Europe. We have all those different time zones. So I try to mix doing it in the evening for people from the US, Australia, and so on, and then I'm doing also sometimes in the afternoon for the people that are where it's too late. So that's why I'm doing the live today. What will we talk about? We will talk about the last week, what happened. We will try to understand what will happen in the next week, because there will be some things I'm sure about it. Number nine, the new number nine, who will it be? Suarez, Cavani, Morata, or Dzeko. We have so many names. So we will start speaking about that. Yesterday, I made a funny thing. Actually, they asked me to cover a music. Someone was singing. It was an idea from someone else, and I had to do that video. It was amazing. I had the time of my life. For the people that are joining, guys, I have something new for you. Not for today. I have to plan it maybe next week, maybe in 2 weeks. But tell me what you think about the new idea I have. What I will do, I will buy a new phone with a cell phone number, with a SIM card, with a phone number. Not that phone, not my normal phone. So it will be a number dedicated for the live. And what I will do during the live, look at that. Wait, before explaining my surprise, Max. Max is the guy that sung on the cover about Mercato. Amazing news. So if you didn't have the opportunity, if you watch my video this morning, you will see in the intro, I changed the intro, you will see actually the song. Really well done. Or you can find it on Twitter if you don't follow me or Max. Just go on Twitter, you will find us easily. So I was speaking about the fact to have a new phone dedicated to the live. What will I do with that phone? I will give you the phone number in the live. I will open the session during the live. So don't try to call me in the week, because the phone will be closed. It's just to the live, where I will take maybe 3 calls from you guys. I know that some of you are camera shy, so I don't ask you to join for the live, but you can call and you can or discuss a topic that you want, or you can ask a question. I will put the loudspeaker so that people are seeing you and are hearing you. Not seeing, because they will only see me, but they will hear you. So tell me what you think about that idea. We can call through WhatsApp, I believe, so it's free. You don't have to do some extra cost, whatever. Let's try that thing in the future. It will be near future, so I can also hear your voice. And for the people, from the people from India, I have learned some Indian words this week. Actually, one word. I will try to pronounce it, and then I will explain what it means. They learn me to say intergu. Intergu means intershit, and I had to say it. So that's what I wanted to say. So people, I see that people are saying, Camilo is saying good initiative. Nicola, that made an amazing portrait of Pirlo, is also saying that he loves the idea. Mario like it. Suprajit is liking it. Look, Saj, I try. Sehashprit is saying, bro, calling from India is so expensive. That's why I don't know if able or not, but we will try to do some WhatsApp call. I don't know if WhatsApp is available in India. Let me know so that everyone has the opportunity to call also for free. Um, Liam is there, and so on and so on. So, look, where are we? I had the traduction here. Look, I think the people understand the message like intergu is intershit. So I repeat it. I hope, guys, I hope that you are having a nice Sunday. Okay. I had quite a nice weekend, to be honest. Yesterday I went to the movie with my wife and son. Movies are open in Belgium. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of new movies, but the movie is a movie, so that's my way to escape a bit, to close my phone, and to spend some time with the family. I made a video yesterday. I made also my first video with so many dislike about Pogba, where I was not saying that Pogba wanted to come back, but I was saying that the opportunity was there to have him for free again next year. Pogba is waiting for Juve. That was what Tuttosport was reporting. So people liked it, people disliked it. It is what it is. Let's talk about what you want, because we have McKenny tomorrow, official presentation of McKenny. He will also probably give the number that he will wear. I'm really curious to know what number he will take. Really, really curious. It's always something really nice. I like it to see the new players, what number they will choose. I don't know if they will take the number 6, because number 6 is officially always from Pirlo, from Khedira. Khedira that doesn't want to leave. We can do whatever we want. He don't want to leave. It's quite difficult. Ciao Mo. Ciao. So let's see what number we'll take. So 17 for Achiever 123. I think it's 11. I don't believe that McKenny will take the 11, guys. 11 is really an offensive number, except of Paolo De Sceglie. If you know from the past, Paolo De Sceglie had the number 11, something that I never understood. Then I see that people are saying Khedira Gu. The human part I respect. Then in terms of player is something else. But this week things will happen. Things will happen. That's a fact. Why? Because we know that we start officially on the 20th versus Sampdoria. Pirlo wants players, especially, and that's why we see so many names linked with Juve. There are strikers. Why? Because Higuain is not in the project anymore. He will not even be able to play in Serie A because he's not there for the in the project. He's not there anymore. So we don't have any strikers. Dybala is starting training again, but I don't know if he will be ready and fit. That means that we really need a number 9. Okay, so why do we have so many names? Let's start with that, and then we will talk about Awar. Let's talk about why there are so many names. I explain, and I know that you already know, but I will repeat because it's important to really understand what's happening. We have two things. The first thing is we have to understand what the problem is. Is it Juventus that doesn't know what to do? And if it's Juventus, guys, we have a problem. If Juventus is confused, if they don't know what player they want to take for the offensive part, we have a problem, because I always said Juventus should have always a clear vision of what they want to do. Then it can work or not. Ciao, Nick. But they have to have an idea. Or is it the press, the papers, social media, the journalists that are confused because they don't know nothing about Juve? This is something that today we don't know. Is it the journalists, the press, or is it Juve? We don't know. If it's Juve, we can be worried, guys. If it's the papers, no stress. It's fine like that, and it will be okay. Thank you, UFC. Thank you. After 5 days of Mercato, we didn't sell Higuain yet. To answer that question, because we have all the names that are also linked due to Higuain. Higuain is not part of the project. We will not sell him, guys. We will not sell him because nobody will pay the money for it. Okay, he's still valued 18 million euros. We will not sell him. Point. What are we doing? We are trying to break the contract. And then we will probably have to pay him part of his salary as an exit bonus. Okay. So this is Higuain. And we are looking for two strikers. In the beginning with Sarri, we went all in for Milik. We had an agreement with the player, 5 million a year, with a longer contract because he's a bit younger. And everything was clear. From the moment Sarri was out, Pirlo had the opportunity to continue with the negotiation of Milik. Pirlo said, no, we can have better. At that moment, even the opportunity to have Mandzukic back was proposed to Pirlo. And again, Pirlo said, no, it's over. We already gave the chance of Mandzukic. He played really well. We respected him, but the time is over. We can find someone else. Okay? Higuain out of the project with a lot of respect. So we have 0 strikers. No Milik, because Pirlo doesn't want him. No Mandzukic, no Higuain. We have 0 strikers. The only one is a false striker, a false number 9, and it's Paulo Dybala that is injured. Okay? That being said, after Milik, we started negotiation with Dzeko. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Dzeko, but looking at what the market is offering, because we have to be honest, Haaland is impossible today. Lewandowski is impossible. A lot of players are impossible. Okay, so with what the market is offering, still knowing that our priority is to have a big name in the midfield, we keep that money in case we are able to. We went for Dzeko, and I said, okay, Dzeko, never injured. He plays all the game. He's doing a lot of assists. He's a guy that can hold the ball, that can take all the defender on him, and that can create spaces for Cristiano Ronaldo. That can be a great idea. I was convinced at a certain moment that Dzeko could have been a great player. He has an agreement with Juventus, and that's great. And UFC saying, don't know why we are not selling Bernardeschi and Douglas Costa. I will answer on that one also after that. Let's finish with the striker first, if possible. So the question is, who do we take? Okay, Dzeko, all possible. We found an agreement with him, but then there was a problem. Okay, the problem is that Roma is saying, if we sell Dzeko, that's good and fine for us, but then we need a replacement. Who can we take? We take Milik. And then we have a problem with the president of Napoli, who is doing quite difficult, okay? Meanwhile, that all that situation happened, we are not sure to take Dzeko because it takes a long. What happened? A lot of problems, chaos situation in Barcelona, where in Barcelona, actually what's happening, they are putting everyone out of the door. Actually, Vidal, Rakitic, and surprisingly enough, Luis Suarez. From the moment Luis Suarez was out, because he's not even training with the team anymore, Juventus said, that might be interesting. And today, and that's a fresh news, I was reading somewhere that even Suarez himself took his phone and he called Pavel Nedved, the first contact. That was how it happened, saying, I want to go to Juve. I want to go to Juve. Luis Suarez, 33 years old, 1 year younger as Dzeko. Guys, this is fantastic. This is fantastic because he's a top player, okay? He's old. We know. He's taking a lot of salary, 10 million a year. We know, even more than Dzeko. But, guys, what's happening there, and we have to be honest, for Dzeko, we have to pay a part of the value of the transfer. For Suarez, no. And after UFC, I want to say ciao to Francisco Rivera. Again, you don't have to, guys. You don't have to. But when I receive those color message, I have to pin them up to say thank you, guys. But you don't have to. I try to read the questions that comes in the live. But thank you, Francisco. Ciao from Puerto Rico. Saludos. Thanks for having a great channel. Gracias por un gran canal. Me alegro mucho, Francisco. Es un placer, es verdad, es un placer para mí de hablar con vosotros de la Juve, porque soy yo también, como vosotros, un aficionado. And then I try to answer also in the language if I'm able to, because I don't speak all the languages. So a bit and a few moments here. About Zeko. Difficult opportunity. Suarez. We want to take Suarez. Now, everyone was thinking that Suarez had the Italian passport. Why? Because the wife of Suarez and his kids are Italian from Firenze. Okay, that's where they are coming from. We were all thinking that, so we said, okay, that's cool. The only problem was that Suarez wanted a fee, an exit fee from Barcelona, saying, okay, I have still 2 years of contract, pay me partially something, and I will leave without a problem, so that I can lower my salary at Juve, because that will compensate. Barcelona doesn't want to. And what did we discover in the meanwhile? That Suarez still doesn't have the Italian passport. Now, Juventus said, okay, with Dzeko, we have the agreement, but we have that complicated situation with Napoli, because Roma want Milik, and Napoli is not sure. They want a lot of players. They want cash. They are exaggerating a bit. Okay, fine. So Suarez, we want it, but what can happen if he still doesn't have his Italian passport? We have to check. And that's why the opportunity of Cavani and Morata came back today and yesterday. Two names that comes again, okay, on the front pages. So I don't believe in Morata, because he still has a contract, he has a high salary, and he's not the top player. Even if Pirlo knows him and he likes him, okay, he was a little son for him, a little brother. So it can happen. Not sure, okay, it can happen. But I don't believe it, okay? Cavani, I also don't believe it, because he's a good one for 1 year, 2 years. That's true, but he just refused 10 million from Benfica. He doesn't want to go there, because he wanted to go there, but he wants a high salary. Someone from the management of Benfica even said that today players are crazy, because they are asking so many money out of reality. So they said, no, we will not pay that money. So Cavani is free again. But on the 26th of August, Cavani, it was reported that he said, no, I don't want to go to Juve because I'm loyal to Napoli. So the chances today, guys, I will tell you, my percentage, and it's my percentage, you don't have to believe me, but my percentage is that for 70% we will take Suarez, 20%, you never know, Dzeko, and then you still have 5% Morata, 5% Cavani. That's it. That's what I believe. Berna can't perform under any coach. Douglas Costa is injury prone. So that was the question. Why are we not selling them from UFC? Why are we not selling them? It's quite easy. And I wanted to say ciao to Wishfau, saying, Giuseppe, can you say namaste for Indians once? Grazie mille. Namaste. Namaste. And I heard also another word in India. It was also with namas, but I don't remember. Namaskrano. I'm not sure. Rui Costa said it. Indeed, Abdullah. Indeed. Ex-player of Milan. Big player. He played in Fiorentina. He played in Milan. So he was saying it. It's. I was looking for the word. Lincoln is saying, let's check Lincoln. Ciao, Lincoln. He's saying Morata 5%, Cavani 3, 45, Dzeko, Suarez 55. Yeah, we are there. More or less, it's the same. What I believe. Okay, and then about the two other players, saying hello to Mike. Ciao, Giuseppe from Toronto, Canada. Love your channel and your collection of shirt is amazing. It didn't say that, but I'm saying because it's true. Forza Juve, Mike. So why are we not selling them? It's easy. Bernardeschi, he's refusing all the middle teams. He doesn't want to hear about it. What are middle teams? I'm sorry for people that are not for Juve, but Napoli, it's a middle team, guy. It's not a top team. Okay, sometime maybe one day they will win again the Scudetto, like they won in, I believe it was in 1990, 89 and 90. I don't remember, with Maradona. Maybe. but it's not a top team. Okay, Fiorentina is not a top team, so he doesn't want to go there. He doesn't want to hear about it. All the middle team is saying no. What are the big teams that he can be interested in? It's, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, maybe a Manchester United, but I believe that he has some difficulties with going there. I'm not sure, because it's a total different lifestyle of Juve. So he's saying no. What else is a problem? That Bernardeschi injured himself just before starting with the Italian national team. And he has in 15 days to do another exam. Probably will be out 1 month until the Mercato close. So we are not able to sell him. We are not able. It's difficult. And Douglas Costa, Juventus said, guy, we know that you are a great player, a good player. We love you. uh, um, we love you and want to continue with you. But if we have the value that we think that you are worth, we will sell you. What is the value? It's 40 million euro. That's what Juventus wants to sell Douglas Costa. The problem is that he has a high salary of 6 million euro. That's really difficult. And with 6 million euro, due to the fact that he's also injury prone, that makes it really difficult for clubs to buy him. And that's why it's still there. It's always like that. It's the demand and the offer. If you have no demand, you cannot sell. And how lower your demands are, how lower you have to put your price. If I just say like that, okay, I will take a player, Demiral, okay? If Demiral, they're giving you 40 million euro and you say no, and the other one is giving 45 and 50, and you have like 8 clubs interested in Demiral, you can even maybe sell him for 60 million, because it's always demand and offer. And that's not happening with the players that we want to sell. And it's a big problem. We don't need 4 at the back, we need 3. And I want to talk about our defense, because it's an important one, Malik. Because yesterday there was a friendly game, and what Pirlo said in press conference, he was putting it in practice. So going from playing with 3 players and 4 players in the back. So how does he play at the moment in training? Actually, when we start with 4 defenders. Okay, when we attack, the 4 defenders become 3. Okay, it's a tactical move. So in the lineups, you will always see 4 players. Okay, but from the moment that we attack, we transform ourselves in 3. That means that or the left or the right fullback, they go up, and we stay with 3. Okay, and when we defend, the right or the left, they come back on their wing to form again the 4 defensive line. Yesterday it was a 4-4-3 to start with, and that 4 became 3-4-3. Became a 3-4-3 instead of a 4-3-3. It's a tactical move that is really interesting. I want to talk even more about how we play a bit later. Lincoln is saying Lewandowski is not possible, Benzema not. Werner signed for Chelsea. We don't have any good striker available. The idea in what you are saying, Lincoln, is true. Now, no good striker available. For me, Dzeko is good. Luis Suarez is good. If we are saying, guys, that those players are not good, then we have a problem of expectations. For sure, if we speak about the name that you are just saying, Lewandowski, Werner, Benzema, those players are world class. Okay, world class. That's another story. Do you see Kulusevski in starting lineup in a month or 2? And that's a good one. In a month or 2, it's a good addition to your sentence. Why? Because it's a young player of 20. Yesterday, he was not starting with Sweden, and he was already not happy. He said that he was shocked that he didn't understand the decision, but that he respected it. But if you're saying those kinds of words publicly, you are not really respecting it. So you have to pay attention. But when you're 20 years, everything can happen, okay? You can start to have a big head. You can start to not be down to earth anymore because you start to be famous. And we have to pay attention with the pressure and the expectations we have for young players of 20 years old, guys. Because 20 years old, if we expect from Kulusevski to be the new Ronaldo immediately, it will not happen. It will not. Time and step by step. Now, he did an amazing season with Parma, but Parma is not Juventus, okay? It's not the same. It's not the same. So patience on those kind of things. Patience, chill. Now, will he be a starter? It depends. It depends of the Mercato because we still have a big question mark about Dybala. And I'm honest with you guys. I prefer honesty than lying. Today, Dybala is not 100% out of Juventus. It's not 100% in of Juventus. It remains a question mark. We don't know. We don't know. For sure, Dybala with a striker as Luis Suarez, it means that Dybala will go on the right. Dybala is not really performing on the right, or you will have to go in a 4-3-1-2. The good thing is that we have five changes, five subs for 2021. So that means that we will rotate a lot, and I believe Kulusevski will play a lot of game, and McKennie also. It's a bit an underdog, but I'm sure he will play a lot. We need at least one fullback and one mid. Juve have to sell first. As you said, we have to sell first because we need them. But at the moment, you remember, except of Perin leaving and Romero leaving, we still have, I believe, if I'm not wrong, five center backs, five center backs, five fullbacks. It's too much. If we don't sell the Chilio, for example, we start to be difficult. The good news about fullbacks is that Pirlo said at the moment, for me, my best fullback is Alexandro. And that's something that even Alexandro was not sure to stay 100% at Juve, guys. But it looks like Pirlo is really in favor of him. So that's a good news. Look at Cancelo. Yesterday, Juve made mistake by selling him. That's a good comment because and I will speak about our guys. Wait a second, I will speak about him. But my point with Cancelo is a bit in contradiction with a lot of people. Yes, he made an amazing goal. He played well with Portugal. I totally agree. But how many games did he play well in 1920? He was a sub. He was a sub. Not because he's bad, because Cancelo is not bad. Okay, he is not bad. For me, it was not a problem to sell Cancelo because he played one game well and he has some skills. Okay, we saw it at Juventus that he has some skills, but he's not consistent. He has problem with discipline, with hard training, and it's not a Juve player. Okay, you cannot have a player that magically will do 5 great games and then he will disappear. He will create a bad atmosphere with the team. So for me, selling him was not a problem. The problem was, who do we take for Cancelo? Because if you give me Danilo, no, then we do a mistake. Okay, so Cancelo out, okay, but not Danilo. That's the problem, as simple as it is. So for me, not a mistake. The mistake is more that we took Danilo. Ciao, Colin. We must sell first for sure. Is the reason because the squad is too big or we desperately need the money? That's a bit more a financial question. I think it's both. Desperately, no, because Juventus remain a rich club, guys, even if we lost a lot of money. So for sure, we are a club that is financially on the market. We have shareholders, so when you present a plan you have to deliver, so that makes sense. You need money. When you promise a plan, you have to do it. So we need money, yes, but are we desperate? No. On the other hand, we have a big team today. I told it last time, we had 29. Now we are at 27 because Romero and Perin left, 27. But if you look at our midfield, we still have Hans Nicolucci, we have Khedira, we have McKennie, Arthur, Bentancur, Rabiot, Ramsey. 7 guys in the midfield. What out of club what out of mind club would add someone else before being sure to sell? Nobody except of Chelsea. Chelsea has 14 midfielders, 15 strikers, 125 center backs. The guys are crazy. But they had 2 years of ban where they could take all the money. So a lot of players will leave there for Chelsea, and they are doing really wrong because they made already all the campaign in, and now they have so many players that they will try to sell them. It's my logic, guys. My logic only. I don't know what will happen. I didn't even read something about it. But what will happen is that at a certain moment, Chelsea will have to sell. And due to the fact that they need to sell because they cannot start the league with 42 players, a lot of clubs will be interested in the Chelsea players. So I'm just throwing it here. Why is maybe Juventus is waiting for the sales of Chelsea with Conte? Can be. I don't know. But it can be. Why am I speaking about Conte? Because Conte is one of the players that Pirlo would love to. Why am I saying that? Not that I hear Pirlo saying it, but remember the words he had in his press conference. He was saying, I want to enjoy having the ball, but also enjoying the fact to chase the ball going. And I really predict a lot of intensity and pressure all year long. Bertelli, he came back. He was there. There was a physical trainer, the muscle magician, how it's called. He came back. He was there with the 3 years of Conte. I don't know if you remember the 3 years of Conte or not, but our players were hungry. They were hungry. They were running from the first until the last minute. Look at games in the Champions League, like versus Chelsea, or the first game versus Parma. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Ciao, Marco. It was amazing. So I don't know if we will go for Conte. It's not a rumor of something. It's just something can be. And now that we are speaking about the midfield, I told you already, guys. First, we sell because with 7 players, it's difficult. But then we will have to buy. Speaking about that, we have the play of Awar. Every day, every day in the comments, I read Awar, 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 Awar. And that's fine for me. But you have to be chill. You have to be chill. Ciao, New Hope. Look, Elijah is saying Awar again. You have to be chill with that situation. We have the agreement and the preference of Awar. And this is already a lot today. We have the agreement. Okay? That doesn't mean that we have the player. We also have an agreement with Lyon on the price, the transfer, and so on. We have everything. But we cannot promise to take him. Why? Because it's simple, guys. If we don't sell the midfielders, and Khedira is not enough, guys, because selling Khedira, it doesn't bring any money because we will stop his contract. We will pay him if he wants to leave. But we still have 6 in the middle after that. So it's not enough because the high salaries of Ramsey and Rabiot and so on. But if we sell and we have some money in, then it will be really fast with Awar. If we are too slow to sell because our players are doing difficult, then Awar will go to another team. That doesn't mean that Juventus doesn't want to. That doesn't mean that Juventus is not fighting for it. They are doing it. They are. But if players don't want to leave, they don't want to leave. And Ojo is saying, Ciao Ojo, is Ramsey staying? Pirlo likes a player like Ramsey because he's one of the only players that we have in the team with his qualities. Being able with the ball, he can penetrate, he can enter the field quite easy. Look at that, my friend, nice jersey, tactical role. Buddy, I don't know what time it is in Australia at the moment, but do you want to enter like 10 minutes, 50 minutes in the live to talk about McKennie? If you want to, let me know through WhatsApp because you have my number. I don't know if you are prepared or not, but baby, you can join. You can talk 10 minutes about what player Matt Kenny is. You join, we do. If not, I understand because we didn't prepare anything, and then we do it another time. But thank you for the compliment. So let's see what Tactical World is saying about the if he will join or not. Future of Dybala in Juventus. Big question, guys. Look, 11-14 in Melbourne. Beppe, watch latest draft Twitter video. Let me check if we have something from Rav, because I don't know. Maybe we have something great here. Oh, yeah. Wait. Okay, 26 minutes ago, guys. 26 minutes ago, we have a tweet from Rav. Guys, if you don't, go for it, because Rav is always giving a lot of good insight news, translating all possible thing about Juve, so you have to. But what is he saying? A Sky journalist, no Sky, and wait, let me send the message to my friend Garrett. Wait a bit, just here. Garrett, I sent him the link, and when he's ready, he will pop up. So the journalist from Sky, Angelo Mangiante, is saying there are very high possibilities, they tell me, that Dzeko will stay at Roma. So Sky is the most important sport channel in Italy. They know a lot. They have big journalists like Gianluca Di Marzio, Mangiante, Fabrizio Romero. They are working indirectly or directly with Sky, so they have big names. And they are saying, they told him, because Angelo Mangiante is the one that is taking care of Roma, because they always have a dedicated journalist somewhere. So they are saying that there are high possibility that Dzeko remains. Remember the Instagram story of his wife while there was Italy versus Bosnia, when he scored at the end of the game? You had you had something. You had Dzeko with Pellegrini. You were hand in hand after the game, and the wife of Dzeko put an Instagram story with both of them with the picture, and then they was putting the logo of Roma. So let's see. And now UFC speaking about the video. Yes, I saw it. I saw the video. Absolutely. What is UFC speaking about? It's about the video from Ronaldo with Portugal in the Euros. I can try to show it, guys. I don't know if it will work, but sorry. What do we see here? We see Ronaldo. The guy is motivating his colleague a lot to take a penalty. We will speak about that later. Garrett just joined. Stay in touch, Garrett. I will put you up. First, I wanted to say ciao to Michel from ZAR, so that's South Africa. He's saying, ciao, Giuseppe, loving the live. Guys, please like the video. Over 250 watching. Hit the thumbs up. I hope they will like. Thank you, Michelle. Anyway, I hope they will like the video, because now we have even a guest, and we have my buddy Garrett. How are you, buddy?
Mate, I'm good. I lost my voice last night partying a bit too hard. I'm good.
You are crazy. I follow Garrett, and the guy is always partying. Where do you find the time to understand and analyze football? Tell me.
Mate, it's tough. Priorities.
Look at that.
So where we go out, we go to like this bar, and they've got this special section. It's like a sports bar, and there's like 50 TV screens. So we'll be out having fun, and there's sport on the TV, so I can multitask.
You can multitask. This is so important in 2020 to be able to multitask. Guys, who is Garrett? Garrett is a friend of mine from Twitter. That's where I met him. He has a really nice and big account called Tactical Role, where he's not taking care only about Juventus. He's covering a lot of teams, a lot of players, and when he hear a kind of transfer, when he see a team playing well or not, he try thanks to threats to analyze them. He go really in detail how they play, how they are not playing, what are the possibilities for them to, what kind of tactics are they using, how is a player playing. And I wanted from Garrett. Look, you're starting to say to receive some hello from the all the world.
So
Um,
guys,
I wanted from you not to take a long time, just 10 minutes. Tell us, McKenny. I have three questions. The first one
go.
is, do you believe he will have play time this season? Two, where will we see him playing? A box to box on the left, on the right, or defensive midfield? And the third one is, are you happy to see him at Juve? Go
All
for it.
right. Question one: will he get playing time? Yes, 100%. Of course. You don't sign a player just to. Well, it's Juventus, so sometimes they do, but usually you don't sign a player for him not to actually play for the team. So I think he will play. He'll be important in big games where obviously we're not going to have much possession. Maybe against Manchester City in Champions League, some teams like that. So yeah, it'll be tough, but like he'll play that sort of like. I think more often than not we'll see Arthur play a six, which is something I initially said when he signed. Remember when we did the video? So yeah, I think he'll probably play as a six in those bigger games where we need more of a destroyer profile in front of the defense. Arthur will probably move to central midfield in place of Rabiot or someone who will potentially play there. Second question, where will he probably play? I think in most games we'll likely see him as a defensive midfielder in front of the defense, but I would not be shocked if they used him in a box-to-box role at times. Because obviously it does add a bit of goal threat. He can score, he can create, which is obviously very helpful. Third question, what was the third question again?
Are you happy with that signing?
Yeah, I'm happy. Look, it's a loan with an obligation to buy. It's not going to cost us much at the end of the day. Is he an upgrade on Matuidi? Yes. Is he a benefit? Is he valuable to the squad? Yes. Does he add something we don't have? Yes. Is he young? Yes. There's not many negatives to it. Oh, but he's not Zaniolo. Oh, but he's not. Oh, yeah, but nobody is signing those players. So it's better to sign someone and something you don't have to the team rather than nothing.
True.
What's the point of spending the next how many days? 27 days, I think transfer market has.
Until the 5th of October.
Yeah, so like 27 days. What's the point of trying to sign players that you can't sign?
Yeah. Do you think with the midfield, if nothing changed, okay, if we remain with that midfield, Arthur, Bentancur, McKennie, Ramsey, Rabiot, let's say Kedira and Nicolosi, okay, let's not speak about them.
Yeah,
But with the five that we already
I've been
have,
enjoying my day. Don't ruin my day.
I will not ruin your day. But with the five that we have that are actually a lot younger than in the past, different qualities, do you think it's already an upgrade or are we losing something?
100% it's an upgrade. 100%.
What is for you the biggest change versus a Pjanic or Matuidi and the new midfield that we have today?
One thing we have in midfield is legs. Players who can run. That's what you need. Look at Liverpool. None of their midfielders are exceptionally good on the ball. None. Not a single one. They're okay, but they're not world class on the ball. What do they have? Legs. They run, and they run. And that's how they beat teams. They outrun them. They dominate them with speed. That's
Do
what
you
Juventus
think?
have had.
Do you think, Gareth? Because maybe you can speak later a bit about Dybala. But before speaking about Dybala, Pirlo said, "I want enjoying possession and I want to enjoy chasing the ball." Okay, that's what
Yep.
he said. Do you think that with the ones we have, we are not speaking about Awar or Pogba or whatever, with the one that we have, do you think that there is a possibility to play with Rabiot and McKennie and then maybe a Arthur or a Ramsey, just to have that? Because I believe the two more defensive players now are McKennie and Rabiot.
Yeah.
Maybe Bentancur, but I don't know if he has the same intensity as Rabiot, for example.
Yeah.
How do you see that combination for you?
I like it. I think Rabiot is developing very, very nicely. I think he's finally settled in at Turin. I
Man,
think,
man of the match yesterday with France, huh?
yeah, man, he's been playing great. He's playing really, really good. I think, look, we all know he was always talented. He didn't leave PSG because he was bad. He didn't leave PSG because he didn't know how to play football. He left PSG because of this. And first 6 months in Turin, this. That COVID break, I think he obviously lockdown, you have a lot of time. Everyone had a lot of time to reflect and sort of figure out certain things. I think that
Like
was very beneficial for him.
he was in Nice, south of France, with a really beautiful swimming pool that helps to think. Huh?
Exactly. By the pool, drink in hand,
It's
nothing better.
different. Huh?
Nothing better. But yeah, look, I think he's a great midfielder. I think he's very good at progressing the ball, putting forward momentum when he has the ball. So I'm a fan of him. Does he score many goals? No. Can he add that to his game? Potentially, but we don't need him to. With McKennie, he's I think he got 11 goals and assists last season in total. Very impressive. Let's remember Paul Pogba's best season for Juventus. He only scored 4 goals,
Yeah,
something like that. So, look, I like it. Arthur at 6, you know how much of a fan I am of that. I think he's absolutely phenomenal playing that position. His ability on the ball is exquisite, great, no issue. So I'm a fan of that midfield. I think it's good. Obviously, would we like hypothetically to sign Awar or Zaniolo or whatever to play left centre mid? Yes. But is it realistic? No. But look, it's definitely an upgrade because last season, individually, Pjanic is good. He's not a bad footballer. He's a good footballer. That's why Barcelona wanted him. That's why PSG wanted him. He's not a bad footballer. That's why he's at Juventus to start with. Rabiot at the end was good, but at the start, there wasn't a balance in midfield last season. There wasn't a balance in the team. It wasn't a team. It was 11 individuals wearing the same shirt running
yeah,
around. It wasn't a
I
team.
agree with that. We have
It,
a
it
nice
wasn't
question
a
from
team.
the Destroyer. I don't know if you are prepared or not, but I think it's an interesting one. Eh? How will the Suarez arrival change Juventus next season? And I think it's an important one. Why? Because it impacts in a way also Dybala.
100%. I was about to say that.
So tell me.
Well, the biggest change is arguably, in my opinion, the second best player of last season. For me, Cristiano was the best. He stood up when it was most important. For me, he was the best. But Dybala was not far off. For me, his best season so far, given the circumstances. But look, man, it's interesting. I think Pirlo wants to play 4-3-3. I think we'll see 4-3-3. But yeah, Dybala on the right. Kulusevski, what happens to him? It's tough. Do they maybe try and sell Dybala? Maybe they do. If a big offer comes in, you just signed Kulusevski for 60 million, a player with huge potential, playing great. I I don't know. I don't think you signed Luis Suarez to be a bench striker either. You don't pay him 10 million in wages to be a bench striker.
It's
So
it's hard, huh? It's hard
he's
because the discussion is we have to divide. That's for me always, huh? Emotions from reality, from facts.
100%.
And when you analyze and when you watch football, It is emotions. Okay. For me, the game is pure emotion. I'm screaming, I'm crying, I'm breaking my couch, my sofa, I'm doing a lot of strange things. And that makes sense. But after, if you love players, if you don't love players, at the end you have to divide that and not thinking I like, I don't like, but you have to think about, is it realistic to keep him in the squad or not? And today, if we play a 4-3-3 and we are looking desperately for a number nine or even two, because Suarez will not be the only one. We saw it with Allegri, we saw it with Sarri, that if a big one is playing as a number nine like Higuain, Dybala doesn't find his space on the right. It's quite difficult. And you can test him 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, or game days. But if you have a young guy full of energy that is playing better on the right, so probably I don't know what to do with him. Or you will have to play in a 4-3-1-2 with Dybala as a number 10. But even there, the problem is that he goes a bit too low, Dybala, for me, and then he's potentially disturbing players like Bentancur, Arthur, and Rabiot or whatever will be there. So I don't know what to do because I love Dybala. You know, I have a shirt. It costed
Yeah.
me 150 euro. I don't want him to leave, but
I think, look, I don't know how much yourself and people watching the stream have seen Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. In 2017-18 season, the first year they won the Premier League, Raheem Sterling was playing right wing for them. If you look at his heat map, he was starting on the right wing. They played 4-3-3 as well, obviously. Fernandinho, De Bruyne, and David Silva in midfield. So Sterling's heat map, yes, he was a right winger, but he spent a lot of time centrally. And that worked because they had an overlapping fullback in, who did they have that year? Kyle Walker. They bought Kyle Walker that year. That was the year he joined. So that can work if we have a good fullback, but we don't. Unfortunately, that they also had Fernandinho, who's a great defensive midfielder. Will Arthur do that? No. Will McKennie do that? Yes. That's why signing him is important. But with Dybala, look, who would I rather have playing right wing? Dybala, Kulusevski? Kulusevski. If it's a right wing, I want Kulusevski playing right wing. If it's as a number 10 or a false 9, everyday Dybala. But it's tough, man, because we all love him. All of us love him. We do. We don't want to see him leave. No one wants to see him leave. But the thing is, he's one of those players who's similar to Philippe Coutinho. His best position doesn't really exist in modern day football. We saw it as well. James Rodriguez, great player. Can't fit in. And it's tough because if you play with a number 10, then you sacrifice width. We don't have width. Do you really want Alexandro and Danilo being the wide players? No. Cristiano, we can use him centrally, but he's at his best coming inside from the left, as we saw. It's tough to put Dybala in a team and have a balance.
Yeah,
it's tough.
I agree with you. Arif is asking, where do you rate our mid among the other teams in Italy with what we have today? Yeah?
Tonali went to AC Milan, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tonali's at AC Milan. Inter, what's their starting midfield now? So Sensi, Barella.
Sensi, Barella, and probably Vidal.
Yeah, because Brozovic is leaving.
And Vidal is coming.
We're still the best.
We?
Yeah.
When you say we're still the best, last year, I don't know if we were the best midfield in Italy.
Yeah, but remember, Inter, for most of the season, weren't that good either. The midfielders were good individually, but they weren't good as a team. And yeah, I think next season, we're the best. Arthur, people, look, sometimes Arthur wasn't at his best at Barcelona, but that's for different reasons. There was, from what I know, from people, I spent a lot of time in Barcelona. I know some people in Barcelona. there was a lot going on there. Coaches, players, whatever. He wasn't very happy. Anyway, he's a world class midfielder.
Mm.
We signed him for approximately 10 million euros. Financially, that's the best signing in a long time
Yeah,
that we've made.
absolutely.
Honestly, it is.
Absolutely.
Trading a depreciating asset for one that's got so much more potential, it's incredible. But anyway, yeah, look, that signing is so good. That's for me, that's almost at the level of signings Zaniolo or someone like that.
No, it's
Arthur's
a
on
good
that
one.
level.
It's
He's on the
really
level.
good.
He's on that level.
Yeah, and he was already impressing Pirlo, huh? So that's really positive.
One hundred
Last
percent.
question. Last question for you, Garrett, and then I leave you so you can recuperate your voice. Uh, Riturai, but not only Riturai, we have a lot of people that were asking about Luis Alberto or and the Lazio bid because they're saying, with Sergej Milinkovic, Luis Alberto, if they don't sell, they are quite good in the mid, and we know that it was one of their strengths. Where do you rate them?
I think they're very, very close to Juventus. But personally, I'm not. I think Luis Alberto is a good player, but I don't think he's as good as his numbers show. I think his numbers, you know how there's players and sometimes the statistics are a bit better than what. It's like when Quagliarella was top scorer. Yeah, he's top scorer, but he's not the best striker in Italy. No. So it's like, yeah, Milinkovic Savic, you know my opinions on Milinkovic Savic. For me, he'll be the best midfielder in football one day. Very soon. He's already close. I'll ask you a question. Name one midfielder more complete than SMS.
It's difficult. It's difficult. I want to see his mental strength with pressure in a big team. That's what the
Yeah.
last step I need to understand. But except of that, the guy is good. He has
The,
power. He's fast. Physical condition. He can score. He has height. The guy is good. Yeah,
he can defend.
we see the Bruyne. Uh,
I don't think De Bruyne's as complete as SMS because defensively, SMS is a lot better. In the air, SMS is untouchable. De Bruyne is obviously better on the ball, but every other aspect, I would take SMS.
Mustafa is asking, is McKennie like Vidal? Can we compare them or do you compare him to another player?
Um, Look, we can compare it in the role that he'll play. So, yes, they have similar traits. They both have high work rate. They both are good defensively. There's all that stuff that we can say yes, but I think McKennie is a bit more. I don't want to say intelligent, but he relies more on the mental side defensively, where he anticipates and breaks plays down when he defends, whereas Vidal is more physical in the way he approaches it. So I would say there's definitely some similarities, but it's not a like for like comparison.
Malcolm is asking who is SMS. It's Sergej Milinkovic Savic. So for the midfielder of Lazio. That was it. Got it. You want to take another question?
I mean, I've got time. I can do whatever you like.
Look at that. Let's take three more questions and then I leave you. People should remember that Arthur during his career has shown problems finishing the 90 minutes. I prefer Bentancur as Regista. That's always a big question. And if I might answer that one, and then you can correct me if I'm wrong or not, what I really love with the players that we are buying today is that we have an amazing flexibility, not only to start the game with, but even in the game, because they can interchange their positions. We saw Arthur on the left, he can play as a regista, he can play on the right. We talked about Arthur Garrett a few times ago. But Dancourt can play on the right or in the midfield. Rabiot can play on the left, on the right, or even as not a regista, but then it's a defensive midfielder in the middle. McKennie can play both positions also. That's for me a really great asset that we will have, plus the five changes that we will have confirmed in Serie A this season will help a lot in the midfield to keep that intensity. Am I wrong?
You are 100% absolutely correct. 100% correct. And that's where I think McKennie is going to get his minutes. We'll try and dominate teams early on with the ball, pressure them, break them down, score some goals. Arthur comes off around 65, 70 minutes. McKennie comes on to that position, energy, work rate. Basically like letting a tiger out of a cage. Go, run, hunt. So that's what I think they'll do with Arthur at 6. Whether they move him to 8, just a central midfield, little less work rate for him to do, or whether they just like for like sub, one or the other. But let's remember, playing as a 6 with Arthur, most of the time, he's not going to be running a lot. He's going to be on the ball, controlling the ball, dictating tempo. That's not very physically demanding, particularly Serie A when we're playing against lower ranked teams, dominating possession. It's not going to be that physically draining.
Mm. Altin is asking you, realistic, huh? Realistic,
Uh,
can you do a 2021 lineup with 2-3 signings? And please be realistic. So if you can play the Fabio Paratici, Garrett.
okay, front three: Ronaldo, Suarez, Messi. No, I'm just joking. All right, goalkeeper Szczesny. Left back, I think Sandro keeps his position. Pellegrini, if not sold, will be the starter by the second half of the season, but Sandro will start the season. Centre backs, I think it'll be Bonucci and De Ligt again. Right back, here's my first signing. I would sign Hector Bellerin, who, from what we have heard, is available. Midfield, obviously defensive midfield, Rabiot, number 6. Right centre mid, I think will be Bentancur. I don't think he will get dropped. Although personally, this might be unpopular. If Aaron Ramsey is fit, I would like to see Aaron Ramsey start, but I don't think he will. Left central midfielder, I'll make another signing. If I don't think there will be another signing, so I would say Rabiot. But if I was to be able to make another signing, because I've got room for 2 more, I would say Hassan Mouar. Obviously, he's available. Leon want to sell. We all know he likes Juve. I'll just say that. Left wing, Cristiano. Obviously, that's a given. Striker, there's my last signing, Suarez. And right wing, I think we will see. I'm going to go out on a stretch and say we're going to see Kulusevski start on the right. And Suarez obviously is not as fit as he once was. I think Dybala will come on for Suarez somewhere in the game.
Okay. For the guys, I was writing down. That's why I was not looking at you. That's the team of Garrett. Szczesny in the goal. Bellerin as a new. Wait. Let me do the new signings in another color so that you can see them. Guys, don't put on Twitter that it's an official lineup. Huh? It's just for fun, okay? So we have Szczesny in the goal, Bellerin, new signing from Arsenal, Bonucci, De Ligt, Alexandro on the left. Then we have Rabiot as a 6, Bentancur on the right, Aouar as a new signing on the left, Kulusevski at the right, CR7 on the left, and Suarez in the front. I like it. To be honest, I like it. I would just do a Bentancur as a centered defensive midfielder, and on the right, I would see more an Arthur to begin the season.
I think Arthur will. I don't think they'll start him early on, first couple games, because he needs to get used to, obviously, tactically with the team. This preseason is a very long. I think none of the new signings will really start early on in the season.
Good
Maybe
question
except
from
Kulusevski.
Muhammad. We have a good question from Muhammad, who's saying, "Where is Demiral?" I have my opinion about that, but shoot, Garrett, what's your
If
why?
you
Why?
ask me,
Yeah.
where is Demiral, he should be starting every single game with De Ligt. Will that happen? No. There is no chance they drop Bonucci. No,
I agree
zero.
with you. I agree with you because uh, we are in Italy, guys. We are in Italy. You still have a bit of hierarchy to respect because it's Italy. It's like that. And I have to be honest. Bonucci is not my favorite player, but when he played before the lockdown together with De Ligt, they had a kind of affinity, playing quite well. The difficulty that came was marking at zone and then the offensive pressing from the defender because Bonucci cannot press as
No.
a defender. He is waiting. But De Ligt in optimal conditions, he's taking that role. So for me, starting with both of them, that should be the starting line for the first 6 months, gradually entering them around because they played together only 14 minutes. Now, a lot will depend because De Ligt is injured until end October, begin November. I believe Demiral will have a lot of playing time. So if it's ultra performing, I'm curious to see what will happen with when De Ligt comes in. I'm really curious because they have a new coach. So
You know what I'm thinking though? You just said yourself, we're an Italian team. If you drop Bonucci and replace with Demiral, how many Italians are in that starting lineup?
it's true, and that was one of the comments that I saw. That I
Zero.
saw zero because Chiellini will not play or occasionally yes, but true. Who's our captain next season, Garrett? Who do you think and who do you want?
Okay, it's going to be Bonucci. We know it's going to be Bonucci. Uh, who do I? Well, Chiellini technically is still the captain, but on the field it'll be Bonucci. Who do I want? Number 7.
Yeah,
Dude, the guy, Bonucci, he didn't used to be like this, but now he's showing me loser mentality. When we lost the Champions League, what was that quote he said? That was rubbish.
yeah.
Even on the field, he played like a loser. That one year at AC Milan ruined him. But it's what happens when you associate with losers. But look, CR7, he embodies everything Juventus stand for: heart, passion, fight to win, everything. Proud. I love the guy. I love his mentality. If you ask me, the only athlete in the history of sports with a mentality as strong as Ronaldo is the late great Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's infectious. If you're a teammate and you see Cristiano, and do you remember when Portugal won the Euros? Have you seen that video when before the penalty shootout?
Before
Moutinho,
before you enter, we wanted to start talking about it, and then we stopped because you entered the live.
yeah.
But that was actually the discussion just before. And explain it. Explain it.
So it's quarterfinals of the European Championships. Portugal are playing Poland. It goes to penalties. João Moutinho, who is a good penalty taker, doesn't want to take a penalty. Obviously, it's pressure. Cristiano, I can't remember the exact words, but it says something like, come, shoot. You shoot them good. If we lose, expletive, doesn't matter. It's in God's hands now, or something like that. He said something of that sort. And Moutinho takes the penalty, scores. Portugal win the penalty shootout. Portugal win the tournament. And even then, the final, he gets injured. Can you imagine how heartbreaking that is for him? There it is.
Crazy. That's for me one of, and I always said it, and not because he's at Juventus now or not. Even Martina was saying Bonucci is not my captain. I wanted to say hello to Martina. In a few minutes, I will have a call with her because we are working on an amazing new project together. I will explain in a few days, but that's not today. But before even joining Juventus, I'm a manager. That's my job. I like people who takes initiative, responsibilities that when it's difficult, they put the face on it. And Ronaldo has that. Messi has not. And
No.
that's why I always say that for me, when it's difficult, that's where you really see the difference in a man. I'm not even speaking about a player, but in a man. And amazing how he could motivate, giving trust, saying, "Look, do or do not. There is no try. But if you lose, it's okay. At least you did it. You know." And I love that. I really love that. I spoke about it the last live we had about the same thing as you. My love for the man Cristiano as a sportive man, because I don't know him personally, but as a sportive man and the value that he's taking care of, going to the max, fino alla fine, I totally agree. What about the Licht? Can he have the captain barn soon?
I think if he was to stay for another, because he obviously has that clause that activates in 2 years.
150. Yeah.
2 years?
After this one.
Ah,
So
shit.
at the end of
Uh,
20 at the end of 2021 season.
Look, let's be real. No one's going to pay that to start with, so there's nothing to worry about. No one is spending 150 million on a central defender. Second thing, I think yes. I think yes. He has that mentality. He has that warrior mentality as well, which is what I love. And if I'm going to be honest with you, the only people that have that in our team, Cristiano, Chiellini, De Ligt, and Demiral. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. And that's what worries me. Because look at that team that made the Champions League final under Allegri. Not a single one didn't have it.
No, it's true. That's it. But they are work. Do you think Pirlo is able to revive that?
Yeah, even though he wasn't at Juve his whole career or whatever, he definitely has that Juve DNA in him, which is important. And we see it in Manchester United with Ole, who I'm not the biggest fan of, but you can definitely tell there's a different attitude around the club when someone who understands the values is in charge. So I think yes, I think at first I wasn't very happy Pirlo was appointed because I just thought why he hasn't managed the team yet. I'm not personally not a fan of that hiring when teams hire coaches who haven't coached before. But as time went by, I think I'm a fan because look, chances are we weren't going to get a top manager this summer. Pochettino was available, but the money was ridiculous. And look, he's never won anything. Pirlo hasn't coached a single game in his career yet, and he still won as much as Pochettino.
Yeah.
So that's a story for another time. But look, I think with Pirlo, it's low risk. It's a 1 year contract, if I'm not mistaken.
It's
1 year?
I think it's two plus one.
Ah, two
Not
plus one.
sure. Or maybe it's one plus option of the one. I'm not 100% sure because I
Um,
had so many information lately that
yeah.
sometimes I'm a bit confusing.
Oh, I just saw what about Buffon. I forgot he was. Yeah. Buffon obviously has it too. But yeah, with Pirlo, yeah, I think look, if it goes south, we all know who Juventus are going to target as manager next summer, particularly if that individual's contract is not to be renewed at Manchester City. We know Juventus have wanted that for a long time, so look, either it goes great with Pirlo and he stays a la Zidane, or he goes back, maybe manages the under 23s at Juventus, maybe stays as assistant.
If you trained 1 year the first team, it's difficult to go back, I
It's
get.
tough. But yeah, we saw it with Freddie Ljungberg at Arsenal. Coached a couple games and then didn't want to stay as assistant anymore.
Makes
But
sense.
would you rather be assistant manager at Juventus under Pep Guardiola, get some experience like Arteta did? Or
It
do you
can
want to
be.
go coach? Or do you
It
want
can
to go
be.
coach some average team somewhere?
Yeah, and maybe if we have Guardiola next season for free because his contract stops, maybe we also have Messi together.
Don't need him. Don't need him.
But I believe you need him in terms of return on investment. If you have for even for one single season, Messi,
One
Ronaldo.
single day will sell enough of these to mate.
Okay, I will close the live soon. One more
Yeah.
question for you, and then I will close it. Garrett, do you think Bernardeschi should got another chance to play under Pirlo?
No. Capital no. His second chance was under Sari, whose football suits him to perfection, and he was cactus. So for me, no. Your thoughts?
No, for me also, he should go. He should go and find another reality where he can have some playtime and win again some mental health and confidence in himself, because that's the biggest worry. He had chances, as you said, because we cannot even blame. He played on the right. He played as Mezzala. He played as a number 10. He had all the roles in the world. He didn't perform. I think
No.
it's mental. So we gave him a lot of chances, and except of that last Scudetto goal, a tap in where he believed in it, and that was nice. Except of that, it was quite uh, difficult. So for me, no, no. But the problem is that we will have to give him a chance. Wait, I will write down tactical role. It's like that. Your tag on Twitter.
Yeah,
Wait, correct me if I'm wrong or not.
correct.
Correct. So, guys, if you want to, because we are about to close, because then I have a really nice call with AJ, with Martina. But tactical role on Twitter, it's the tag from this big man that is my friend, and I'm always honored to have him on. You know what? It's your house. Now, when you want to pop in, just you come in the live, you say hello, and you know that we make space because we love to hear you talking football.
Thanks, bro. Always a pleasure coming on.
Guys, if you didn't yet, because we are so many people and I see the likes at 122, that's not a lot. That's not a lot. We have to put some likes on that video for the dedication, for the time that we invest, for everything we do. I don't ask money at all. I don't care about the money, but I care about the likes. The likes are important. So if you enjoyed that video, let's get over 200 likes now. That's important. If you didn't, please subscribe. Thank you, Garrett, for being here. Thank you, Nippon, WP Gaming, Martina, AJ, Mo. We have Robert, who is there, Michael helping a lot with the channel. Thank you, Michael. Banu, Agung, Muhammad. I have learned a new word, Garrett. It is intergu. In Indian, that means inter shit. So I'm even learning Indian on the channel. Intergu, intergu, intergu. That was it. Thank you, and see you soon. Forza Juve. Ciao.